Son, I'm worried what happens at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm concerned, Chucky, what happens when you take an hour break and the impact it has on our store and the impact it has on our department. So we're not going to allow that. That's a want. A wish or a desire without regard to consequence. What's a need? A legitimate physical or psychological requirement for the well-being of human beings. What do people got to have? What's core? What's not negotiable? What do people need? Respect. Oh, that's number one. Treat me like an important person. Herb Kelleher at Southwest used to tell his executives regularly, if I ever catch you treating an employee any differently than you would treat me, that's going to be a bad day in your career. We do respect at Southwest. Everybody's important here at this airline. We just got different responsibilities, that's all. And the job market chooses to pay that stuff differently. That's all. Everybody's important here. Do the little people at your store get treated like Mark and Dave when they come through the building? I know you know how to do that respect thing, boss, because every time Mark Skogan comes through the building, I see you do it. You treat him like he's really important. Respect isn't a choice, folks. Treat people like they're important, even when they don't act like one. As Ethel Waters, the black actress, used to say, God don't create no junk, he just creates people with behavior problems. Well, you got some of those too, you know. You got some behavior problems too, and if you don't think you do, stand up right now so the group can point them out to you. We got stuff too. Do I get respect points for being a human being? Do I get respect points for being on the festival team? You can fire somebody with respect. Respect is a choice. I'm going to treat you like an important person, even if you don't act like one sometimes. People have a need to be respected. People have a need to be appreciated. Remember that more than bread. People have a need to understand the rules of the house. How am I supposed to behave? What happens if I don't? How do we do this deal? What does excellence look like? And you need to be framing that up, boss. What's the rules of the house? What happens if I don't? Are we committed to those rules, or is that just talk? Who's setting the boundaries? I have a need to be listened to, boss. You been listening lately? I have a need to be heard. Are you a safe person? Or do you always got your stuff going? Cutting me off mid-sentence, giving me all your blah, blah, blah. One of the deep human needs that we have is a need to be heard. Are you listening? Listening, Dad? Listening, Mom? A lot of needs. Bundle of needs. Well, I'm not into that need stuff, Mr. Hunter. Well, maybe you signed up for the wrong job. Maybe you got the wrong seat on the bus. Because that's what you signed up for, to meet needs. That's what leaders do. Hello? We gave you 6 extra minutes. Wow. That was nice, huh? I feel bad. Those of you who know me know that I'm a stickler about time. Is time important to leadership? Oh, man. You know, in leadership circles, we say everything the leader does sends a message. What's the message you send, boss, when you're late? Don't care. What else? Not important. This obviously isn't important. What else? Lack of respect. My time's more important than your time. It's okay to be late in our department. It's okay to be late for meetings. Gee, boss, you don't mind stealing company money because Festival's paying for this and it's 10 minutes after the meeting time. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. So you don't mind stealing from the company. So when we're late, we send all kinds of messages. And guess what? None of them are coming out to your advantage. You know, it's a lot of the little things that make a house a home, folks. Leadership's about a lot of the little things, the important things. Time is important. It sends a lot of messages to people. So I apologize that we're a few minutes late. But we're going to make up. All right. Hey, where's Brian? Hey, Brian, do we have mics for the audience?
Yes.
I thought, does anybody have any questions now, or you want me to just keep going? Does anybody have any, just anything burning that I just got to get this off my chest on, or a comment, or an insult? What do you got? Anybody feel moved to speak? Right here, we got a mic. I get this. Oh, he can just speak. Oh, here it comes, right behind me. By the way, have you guys appreciated Brian for all this work that he does to put these together? You think it's easy to put one of these gigs together? I know you've never put one of these gigs together then. It's a lot of work. So Brian and his team, they just, every year, Brian, just raise your game even more. Wouldn't you say, Dave? Mark, I mean, they just completely, these things just get better. So, you've been having fun so far here? Yeah. Good job, Brian. All right, what do you got? Who was it?
You always say that your daughter is 2 years old. How old is she now, actually?
Who is that, Brian? Who is that? He's still on the bus? I thought we shot him years ago.
Hey, Jim.
Wait a second. I gotta
Okay.
Was that a real question, or was that just to be funny? No, my daughter is 13 now. She is the absolute joy of our life. In fact, the reason I couldn't join you last night is she had her volleyball game. She's 8th grade, one of the star players. So I was killing me. I called Dave a couple weeks ago. I said, Dave, I got terrible news, because I planned on being at your dinner last night. And I said, but my daughter's got a big game, and I got to be there. So yesterday she gets sick. Couldn't play. Anyway, she's the joy of our life. We weren't able to have kids, so when I was 40, my wife was 40, we adopted Rachel at birth, and just the absolute joy of our life. So thanks for asking. Well, I'll tell you, my daughter has taught me so much. Are you learning stuff from your kids? Are you teachable, Mom, Dad? I'll tell you what, I don't just say that to me. My daughter has taught me so much. And the last time I asked her, what can Daddy do to be a better dad? I mean, the answer that she gave me, I mean, it's changed my life. One of the things I'm doing now. I mean, what a gift. Who else?
In the book Good to Great, I believe one of the companies that was playing above the rim was Circuit City. And I just wanted to get your insight on if part of their failure had anything to do with them serving or not serving.
Yeah, they were one of the 11 companies, Circuit City, and what happened there? Well, remember what Circuit City did with their employees? They got rid of them. And in Good to Great, the big thing about Circuit City, they kept saying it, was it's about our people. In fact, I don't know if where I got this thing, Dave. Did I get this from you? About Good to Great. If you guys have one of these things, if you don't have one of these things, man, Dave, I just grabbed it on the way out with my festival file, and I haven't read this in, I don't know, quite a few years. This is just awesome. I mean, it's all right here. But I was reading about Circuit City, and I thought, man, what happened to them? Management team at Circuit City. I noticed something different about the Circuit City store. It had a banner that read, always looking for great people. When I asked their CEO, this Burkhart guy, what led to their transition from mediocrity to excellence, Burkhart said, number 1 would be people, number 2 would be people, number 3 would be people, number 4 would be people, and 5 would be people. It can be attributed to our discipline in picking the right people. CEO Allen says, I'm really wearing down trying to find the exact right person to fill this position or that position. At what point should I compromise? Without hesitation, Allen said, you don't compromise. If you can't find the right people, you don't hire. According to Circuit City's Dan Rexiger, the CEO, he said, we made the best home delivery drivers in the industry. We told them, you are the last contact the customer has with Circuit City. We are going to supply you with uniforms. We will require that you shave and that you don't have BO. You're going to be professional people. And the change has been absolutely critical.